son, I love him. For him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. Magic.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Houston Texans. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners are 4. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll have Matt Ryan calling the shots, the former MVP and 3rd overall pick.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And here are the Falcon offensive starters.
It's real easy to express how much you love about Julio Jones' game because when you watch him perform, you see a little bit of everything. You see speed, you see strength, you see the power with the run after catch. But what you don't see is the work he puts in during the week, and you also don't see this. A number 1 receiver, one of the best in the league, that doesn't act like a diva.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. A run through the starters defensively for the Texans. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Check that. 19. Check 45 the mark. Here we go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Got a man, it's Brown.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Set. 19. Set is the mic. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, defense.
And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. And let's take a look at the Texans' offense.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
From the 39, Watson, and this is incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Back to throw, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. To throw is Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. This will be caught at about the 5. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now here's Snell. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Benny Snell, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. On second down, here's Henry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Out of the gun, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Tack McKinley, able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Now Ryan. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards, 1st down Atlanta.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Julio Jones once again the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Now they'll run on the draw. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
50
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. From midfield now, here's Ryan. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
First down, Falcons.
So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
Let's go, fellas.
Number 16. 25.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Watch that in. Tight end's right.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
This is taken at the 3.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
46.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? Because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, check Mike 47.
Watson. And he fires one incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's pulled in at the 32. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Julio Jones once again the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
Well, one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Deshaun Watson making his way back out, the focus of our players' spotlight. And this defense, they came prepared. He's probably going to be seeing them in his sleep if they don't fix things quickly.
And that's not exactly what he wants to see in his post-game slumber. So they've got to figure out a way to slow things down a little bit. Some screen passes, some draws, anything to make the defensive front hesitate a little bit. Think on their way back to the quarterback, maybe even a quarterback draw, some type of tendency breaker to change things up.
Exactly. Whatever the case, something to mix it up here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Watson now to throw. Underneath for Miller. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 41-yard punt there with no return. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. He takes this for 3 to the 29. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Ready, back 25. Check right, check right. Let him go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, Ryan. And that's caught by Smith. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Snell going to try the right side. Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in.
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it.
That's up.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Watson's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. On first down, it's Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On the counter, it's Henry. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Watson. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Randy Bullock on for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Now that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Ryan now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Again, Ryan. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. This one caught by Ridley. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Here's Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's hit on his last 7 straight passes. To throw is Ryan. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan to the goal line, but it's incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Throwing again, Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons push further out in front.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL.
In our game, it was the former MVP, Matt Ryan, with a strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone. And
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Texans cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks. And they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
He was brought down at the 26. 2-yard gain on the play.
To throw on third down, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Set to take over again, Deshaun Watson and his Texans offense. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Such a valuable commodity to have a tight end who can run and get open. How about what he just did there? Worked his way from right to left across the field and found his way free.
On first down, Watson. Got him in. It's Brown. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, here's Watson. He gets it to Brown, complete. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Watson now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
He can run for it, and he will. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Out of the gun, Watson. He completes it to Henry. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there that sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd and 12, Ryan. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. And to give this time to the tailback. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the 29, Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Back 25.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. He completes it to Jones. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
They'll go with Snell here on first down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, Ryan. And it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Back now in Houston, it's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check, 47. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now Watson. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On first down, it's Watson. And Woods has it complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Back to throw, Watson. This will be caught by Brown. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A.J. Brown, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it in with Henry, but he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Play action. It's Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It's a first down following a gain of 3. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Ryan. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Falcons send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And now out comes Houston. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's got Hooper on the short connection. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Watson now to throw. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case, because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. And it got a man, it's Woods. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Well, the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Watson. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking to go back to Stills, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now a first down throw, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Get him, boys! Get him, boys!
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time, but it's going to be second down. Watson now to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on fourth down.
And here we go again.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Texans have taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a one-point game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So Ryan and the Falcons down by 1. A minute 24 to go. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I can't believe they even let you play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now a handoff here to his running back. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. He'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Time a factor as Ryan will hustle into the line. Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
So many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? Now Ryan leading the Falcons up to go for 2. Ryan to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. And the Texans set to come onto the field. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He's going to let it fly. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times